This is my dad's flagpole. That is concrete poured into a flower pot with a hole drilled in the bottom of it with a pole stuck in it. And that's the base of it. Right now I have it leaned over. The problem with this flagpole is the wind can blow it over and nobody wants that. So I want to bury the concrete. But before I do that, I want to kind of make the pole look halfway decent. Need some paint. And this is what my dad, who didn't mind putting stuff together a certain way, this is what he used. A boat cleat and a hitch ball for a pole topper. He had the string tied to this eyelet, this eye bolt. No way to pull the rope up and down to be able to retrieve the flag. The only way to retrieve the flag was to tilt the pole over. So we're going to be replacing that. What I have here is a kit, and I have this kit right here. So let's take a look at it. All right, so here's the kit. A topper with the built-in pulley. The ball screws into the top. I wanted the gold rather than the silver, but you can get the silver option also. It comes with some rope. Another tie down for the rope to be used at the bottom, and these are to be screwed in. I don't know if I'm going to use this one. We'll see. And I've got these. Now these look pretty generic. Maybe not the best of quality, but my dad used these brass ones. I kind of like the brass. I might stick with the brass. I might use these. Yeah, these don't rust. As you can tell, they've been out in the environment for several years now. So, but before we install any of this, I need to get the pole cleaned up. And I've cleaned up the upper half of the pole, and I've also rotated this to tighten this up. Now we're putting on the topper. I've replaced the stock screws, the screws that came with it, with these Allen head stainless steel screws because I don't want any rust. So I'm doing this. I also used some of this ox guard because I'm putting stainless steel up against aluminum, and aluminum's not going to like that. So, all right, I've tightened these down. I'm going to put the ball in. All right, so that's a rather long shaft on that, but the pipe's hollow, so there's nothing to interfere with it. Run that nut all the way up. Screw that in. Against it, and then tighten the gems. I'm just using adjustable to do that. The screws that I got were 6x1, I think that's right, which makes it uses a 5mm Allen wrench to tighten it down. Okay, that's on there nice and tight. Good deal. All right, the reason I'm putting the top on, and I only did the top, is because I want to bury that, and it's going to require me to handle the bottom half of the pole. Plus I still have to put the parts on, and I don't want to mess with good paint. Now we need to bury this. We need to put the rope through here and sink the base in the ground. So I put the rope through, and now I'm going to tie this on. I'm just going to use a regular square knot to tie that on. Square knot's easy to untie, but it's hard to pull loose. So we're going to use a square knot. Tie this on real quick. All right, so there's my square knot. I'll tie it on there. I can cut that off later. What I did was I made sure this is on the outside. That way it's not up against the pole as it goes up and down. So this is on the outside. All right, good deal. I don't know what length I'm going to need, so I just paid it all out and then tied on the other end, clipped them together. That way it can't come out from under the topper. And now we're going to go dig a hole and put that in it. All right, there's the pole buried. I like that topper. Before I can finish painting the bottom, I need to secure 2 holes in here so I can secure the rope. So I need to drill 2 holes. All right, looks like the 30 seconds is gonna be okay. And when I drilled the second hole, I had my glasses on crooked, so it's not vertical. Oh well. All right, gonna paint the pole. All right, I suspected it was gonna happen, but I pushed it anyway because I've come to the realization I'm gonna have to use machine screws, set me another set of holes and tap them and just use machine screws. All right, when you're setting the rope length, you want enough to be able to tie up when you have no flag there. So, when you have no flag there, your clasp will be shackled together. All right, I've cut the excess off. It's this long, so it's giving an illustration. It's right here, it's the tie off, and it's hanging almost all the way to the bottom. So there we go. Works like a dream. And now I can take my flag off and on the pole at will. Also, the topper that I got is for 1.5 to 2 inch, but this is only 1 inch and 5/16, I believe. So it's actually smaller than what the topper says it'll fit. That's why I replaced the screws in the topper with longer screws and stainless steel. All right, next up, the flag. In the life of this flagpole, it has never been able to do that. Hand salute, ready to. There you go. That's the way I did it. Like and subscribe.